welcome to TMXing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and this series is all about filling our grazing box with amazing food made really quickly, easily, and simply with our Thermomix. It'll save us so much money to do so, and I really hope you're enjoying the videos. Now today we're doing something a little different, and I've actually not done it before. We're actually making carrot pesto. Now you've heard right, we actually use the leafy green from the top of the carrot to make this. So last series was the pickling series, and I pickled the carrots. Now I'm taking their greens and I'm going to turn that into a pesto. So come today and I'll show you how it is done. Now this recipe can be found on cookiedoo.com.au. It is from one of the latest cookbooks to Thermomix. I am going to follow it manually because my internet is down and I haven't saved this collection to my TM6. Now if you've got a TM6, it's important that you actually go through and save the collections, the cookbooks, the new recipes to your TM6, so that if the Wi-Fi is down in the case of an outage, or maybe even the Germans who are looking after Cookiedoo, maybe they're doing maintenance, it's important it's saved in the memory of the machine. It can store 10,000 recipes in there ready for you to search and cook. So it's a good habit to get into, and one that I fell off the wagon with, so I don't have it stored. But that's okay, I have the book, so I can cook it anyway. So let's go sideways and bring up our scales. And by the way, the other way you could do it is you could actually, if it's still accessible on your app or your website, you could still do it that way too. I just have the cookbook, so I'm going to go that way. First things first is we want to have into our Thermomix 35 grams of greens. Now they need to be soaked for 10 minutes and then rinsed well. If you're buying carrots with the tops on, they do come with sand and dirt. So do make sure you've washed them, okay? Mine weren't so bad. The soaking releases a bit of the sweetness in them as well, so that's an important step in there. So we've got those in there. Now we're going to put the lid on and we're going to do a 5-second speed 10 chop. So up to speed 10 for 5 seconds. I'm going to put this in top in the middle. Make sure I get it all down. I think it was supposed to be 5 seconds. Mine went a bit long. That's all right. Now I just wheeled and jiggled and put that spatula in to push the food to the bottom of the bowl, because leaves, especially floaty leaves like celery and things like that, have a tendency to float to the top. So it smells like carrot leaves. There you go. They're all chopped beautiful and fine in there as well. Now we're adding the bulk of the recipe. So let's bring our scales back up, and we're adding to the machine 80 grams of pepitas and 100 grams of, let me just check, yeah, all the other ingredients. So 80 grams of pepitas, 100 grams of almonds. If you can't do nuts, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds would be a great replacement. So in total there is 80 pepitas, 100 almonds, so 180 grams in total. I've already weighed them out, so they should be pretty close. Then 2 cloves of garlic. I don't have 2, I've only got 1. Okay, now if you were doing garlic paste, just 2 small teaspoons of paste, and if you're doing powder, just under 1. Okay, powder's a lot stronger, as I've made mention before. Then we need 150 grams of olive oil, so tear that back. So 150 grams. Actually, oh no, it's all good. I was going to say, oh no, I've made a mistake. And this is I guess what I love about guided recipes is it tells me what to do, and I don't need to cross-reference a cookbook. I am a distracted cook, to the point that before I had a Thermomix 9 years ago, I would burn things on the stove, I'd boil things dry, those sorts of things, because my attention span is so minute. So I love that with the Thermomix, step by step on the screen, it will tell me what to do. That's one of my most favorite things about the TM6, is that whole one thing at a time. And I can do one thing, but give me a big paragraph and my eyes glaze over and I don't see everything. Okay, next up is 80 grams of Parmesan. So we'll tear that back. Again, same as I said with the beetroot, make sure it's about no bigger than the size of your silver dial. In that goes. By the way, I taste tested that beetroot one from a couple of days ago. Amazing, you've got to try it. So yes, what else? Okay, half a lemon. I don't have lemons. I made mention of that earlier in the week because we're out of season at the moment. So I'm going to put apple cider vinegar in. It doesn't give me a weight. It just says juice only to taste. So I'm guessing maybe a tablespoon. I actually haven't the foggiest. I'm going to be Jamie Oliver and just do a bit of that. If it needs more of that kick, I can add more later. And then it says some pepper. So It says 2 pinches of pepper. There's no salt, but I'm suspecting there's no salt because we've got that beautiful Parmesan in there, and Parmesan is quite salty. Now we're going up to speed 8 for 15 seconds, which is going to blitz down that cheese and combine it together nicely. I will put the timer on because, as I made mention, I have a very short attention span. So 15 seconds. So in total, this recipe takes like 22 seconds. How cool is that? Okay, up to speed 8. It's going to wiggle and jiggle for a second. So this is done. Can you believe it? Now their suggestions are that this can be used on pasta and stirred through. It can also be kept in a fridge for up to 5 days. You can use it on mashed potatoes, toshed with vegetables, put it on a sandwich, put it on top of a soup. There's so many possibilities of what you can do with this beautiful pesto, and it looks amazing. There would be no knowing that that is not a store-bought beautiful, you know, those luscious chunky dips you get from the supermarket. However, this cost us very little, right? The top of carrots. How cool is that? So let me just put this in here and I'll show you what the final product looks like. I can't wait to show you the whole grazing board in one go when it's done. It's going to be just amazing to see everything in action and taste it all as well. On that note, I will give this a taste in a second because I'm very curious to know what this tastes like. So, where's that spatula? First flavour you taste, Parmesan cheese. Second flavour, greens. A bit like the spinach and the, not as strong as basil. It doesn't have that kick of basil. Beautiful though. If you put that on a cheese board or in a grazing platter or box, people would lap that up. They would be dipping their crackers in it and not even know that it had carrot tops in it. How cool is that? That 15 grams of that was spot on, perfect as well. So I want you to give this a go and I want to know what you think. If you like chili, I've just had an afterthought, put a bit of chili through it. Now my family won't eat it, no point me doing it, but I reckon a sprinkle of chili on the top of this or mix through it would be next level as well. So that is your beautiful carrot top pesto. Who would have thought that you could use the leftovers that would normally go to the bin or the compost or the chickens or whatever to make something amazing and edible that I'm sure is amazingly good for us as well. So in 22 seconds in a Thermomix. If I can help you with anything regarding this recipe, if I can support you in any way, if you want to get your hands on a TM6 model Thermomix and you live in Australia, do reach out. I'd love to support you. But I do hope you're enjoying this grazing box series. And as you make these recipes, do share them back with me and tell me what you think, because I love nothing more than hearing from you and helping you get more and more out of your investment. So take care, guys. I will see you in the next video soon and let me know if I can help. See you soon, guys. Bye for now.